All right, today's video, we're going to talk about the one subject no golfer wants to talk about.
Oh my God, no.
Unless you need it. Sean, we were given a pretty clear directive by one of our listeners, watchers, Rejuve 50 plus. Do a video on shanking.
Okay.
Hoping he's asking for a friend.
Yeah, and I hope he's asking how not to shank.
We hope so.
Okay, so we're going to go with that.
Okay.
So right away, the most common one that I think is misdiagnosed, but once in a while it's the case, is just standing too close to the ball, right? So all your buddies, oh man, you got to be standing too close to the ball. You know, so 100% you're going to shank. Okay, that's rarely the cause, but I've seen it before.
Yep.
The problem being when you listen to your buddies and try to fix that, you end up standing way too far away out of any kind of golf posture, and it causes you to lean back and then lean into it more, which gets you in the shank again.
Always be careful taking swing advice from guys who are betting against you.
Yeah, exactly. that one is usually not a winner. Now, if you have the tendency to actually move your body closer to the ball, which is way more common, that can cause shanks because you're moving the center of your body closer to the target line.
We did a pros versus ams on that. We'll link to above.
Yeah, you know, what you can do to help stop that is actually do a drill where you stand even closer to the ball.
That's exactly right. It's the opposite effect, or the opposite of common sense.
Works. Yeah, it's kind of counterintuitive. So take a wedge and get really close to the ball and feel like when you swing down, you're actually making some room with your lower body.
That's exactly right.
Like feel like your pelvis is back a little more. And if you can get room and make 50-yard shots, if that's your problem, that'll fix the shank.
Where you're learning to move away from the golf ball rather than into the golf ball.
Exactly. So that would be kind of issue one. We'll just kind of go up the chain here. So issue two would be, I would say, more swing plane related. If you're excessively away from just a kind of a stock on plane golf swing and the downswing, if you're way inside out, which could be a concept problem because a lot of golfers have been taught to swing in to out. In reality, you really should be swinging in to in, so kind of from the inside and up the plane again.
Down the plane and back up the plane.
So if you're in to out, that could cause it. Or the other case, really excessive out to in, you can see you could just bang the shank of the club right on the ball. So there's a couple more. The next one would be a severely open club face. So we've done a few videos. The top of the swing, if you have let's say a neutral grip and a really excessive cup to the left wrist, that gets the face open, and that's going to put the shank on the ball.
So you start lagging the hosel rather than the sweet spot.
Exactly. Will you grab the sweet spot of this club? So Mike just made an unbelievably good point. You know, you can have your buddy hook his finger on the sweet spot there, and you start kind of putting pressure and going to the ball. You need to be lagging the sweet spot, and some of you have never felt that.
So do that as an extreme example. Really hook that.
Yeah, if you hook it, you can see how I can pull Mike's finger down.
Now, what most guys shanking it will do,
they'll slip the finger.
Slide right off of it.
Because they don't understand how to control the center of mass off the shaft, right? The mass of this club is away from, it's not like a baseball bat.
First person I ever saw show me that, or show some golfer that, was Brian Manzella. It's a great little idea to hook that sweet spot. And you'll really get a sense if you're lagging the hosel or lagging the sweet spot.
I mean, what a great thing to be able to practice. So have your buddy try that if you feel like that's one of your issues. The last one is, I've got a little training aid here to help. It's just a little coat hanger, a custom one. You can use a regular coat hanger. Goes on top of the grip. So this one would happen if, let's say you got to the top of the swing, so you had a kind of a standard 90 degree basically between the left arm and the club. If you were to swing that down into the release area, kind of waist high, but you had the idea you were going to hold lag and really hold lag, to get to the ball, a lot of times what people will do is start swinging the grip kind of closer to the body as they're holding the lag, which gets the club pitched out late. So instead of over the top,
you're holding this angle, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the club's got to get steep.
Yeah, so if you holding the angle and rotating your body to hit the ball, the club's going to pitch kind of over the bottom, I guess so. It's this. I call this over the top. This would be steep late. So the club is really high off the ground in this last foot. Unless you do something to fit it in, you're going to bang the hosel off the ball.
More of a better player's move.
And hit a shank. And a lot of it's just concept. So to me, a part of the release that may get left out from some players is, okay, you cock the wrist, you need to uncock the wrist. You call it kind of ulnar deviation.
Right.
Uncock the wrist. By doing that, By starting to uncock the wrist, you can keep the club on the swing plane, add a little bit of left arm supination, which squares the face, and now all of a sudden you have a swing that not only starts creating a more flat spot down by the ball, the face is squaring up early, right? You're able to get the shaft slightly in front of the ball with a square club face and not have this steep kind of last second adjustments to make.
Face the camera and do that one more time. So do that uncocking, the ulnar deviation off of the back foot. Golfers aren't going to want to do that, so they think the solution is to hold those angles. So again, it comes back to getting to that front side so you can properly work the club down by the ball.
The body positioning is everything, so you can do the last part of the swing correctly.
Correctly. So we have standing too close, standing too far. Learn how to not shank it from standing too close.
Yep.
We have the lagging the hosel, a very common issue across a lot of handicaps. Have a buddy hook the club face, the sweet spot. Get used to feeling that club face. We're not holding the sweet spot in golf like we do in baseball. So get used to where that sweet spot is relative to what you're lagging. And then this late over move.
Yep.
Get used to letting some of this wrist angle go from a proper pivot.
Yeah. Once you do that, you're going to notice a huge difference in the ball striking.
Yes.
The last one we kind of missed, but we talked about it. Severely.
The severe in to out to in path, absolutely. So one of those is going to be your culprit.
Yeah.
Work on it. Let us know in the comments down below if it's helping or hurting, or if you need some more explanation. We'll be happy to do another video for you.
Absolutely.
Click subscribe if you haven't done so. You'll get the next one just as soon as it comes out.